So we have a huge update on the live action Gargoyles movie that is now a series. Let me explain. Alright, so if you remember not too long ago, there was reported that we were getting a live action Gargoyles movie from Disney. This was going to originally be dropped on Disney Plus. This was very early development. We didn't get a lot of details, but now it's being reported that it's going to be a series. Whether or not they decide to go with a movie down the road, I don't know. That's not been discussed. But right now there is confirmation we are getting a live action series with two huge powerhouses behind it. Now I have to say this excites me because growing up in the 90s, I watched the Gargoyles. I thought this was a very fun cartoon. If you never saw it, go back and watch a couple episodes to kind of get acclimated with what this is about. Essentially, we have a bunch of stone gargoyles that were taken from a castle in Scotland, shipped over to New York, and then when they got to New York, it kind of awakened them, and they became the protectors of the night and saving people in the shadows. And then when the sun arose in the morning, they returned to statues. So I think giving a chance with the right director, the right screenwriter, a live action version of this would be really interesting. And considering the two people that were just announced behind this new series has me very excited. Because Hollywood Reporter has now said that Gary Dauberman and James Wan's Atomic Monster are teaming up to make this series. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Gary Dauberman, he did write Annabelle Creations and Annabelle Comes Home. And James Wan, well, we all know he's a horror icon. He does fantastic work in that genre. And considering both of these men have a lot of experience in that horror genre, bringing gargoyles to life is right up their alley. And with the directorial eye of James Wan, I think this is going to be epic. That's not to say I don't have some concerns, and I will address them in a minute. But Gary Dauberman will be writer, executive producer, and showrunner, while James Wan and his company, the Atomic Monster, will also be co-executive producing. Now, James Wan did say that he wants to bring a darker tone to this live action version than we got in the cartoon. They can make this pretty creepy in a good way. Now, the part that does concern me is the fact that this is going out to Disney Plus. And we all know that Disney is, quite frankly, tanking right now. They have lost billions of dollars on pretty much everything they've put out in the past year and a half. Fan bases have dropped dramatically. Their stocks are gone. Their investors are ticked off. There is just so much going against Disney right now that putting out something like this that could potentially be really good could flop just because of them being associated with it. So the question I have is Disney going to allow James Wan and Gary Dauberman to do their thing and bring this to life? Or are they going to stick their foot in there and say, look, let's throw in some more of those woke agendas and tamper with the source material to the point where now fans are going to hate it? That's my concern. I don't know how this is going to go. I would love to know what your thoughts are on a live action Gargoyle series done by James Wan, Gary Dauberman, but put out by Disney Plus.